How is it going? Ugh, I'm fucking up this intro. How is it going, losers? It's me, the biggest loser of all. I don't know what I was trying to accomplish with this intro, but I just wanted to have something kind of extra special because it's been a while. So here's a parasol. Yeah. Well, anyway, enough of all the glitter and glam. Okay. Here is the actual video. So, sorry it's been a while. I don't know how long. I've kind of been losing my mind, sort of disassociating into like the stock market. I know it doesn't really sound like anything new or that I haven't really done, but throw that over there. But it's definitely gotten a lot worse. So, I've kind of completely lost my mind. I did make an attempt to actually put myself together for this video. I know, you probably just think I look silly, but this is me actually making an attempt to pull my composure together, sort of, at least try a little bit. I do have quite a few horns that I've ordered. So I have lots of different colors actually. These are the little pink ones. I've never worn these ones before, but I thought they went with the whole outfit with the little pink heart. And we got the little, look, there it is. See, it's a little bunny bun. Little pink bunny bun. Got the red, the blood red, you know, you're no, I can't talk like that. I was gonna say your girl, but I don't actually talk like that. I was gonna do it ironically, but even ironically, it feels kind of cringe. But you know, I love the blood. You know, if you know anything about me, you know I love the blood. I mean, it's kind of my thing. You know. Hold on. We are back at work. We're back to waging. Yeah. You know we love to wage. In this house, we love to wage. Gotta keep your job. Let's see. What? Watch what Krappens pod. Okay, I don't know what the fuck that is, but I'll just write that real quick. All right. Yeah, I haven't really talked to any people in a long time besides my dad, but I don't know. I mean, I talked to my friend. I have a friend on Discord. I mean, I also talked to this guy recently, but I don't know. He's kind of whatever. I don't really think much of that person. I mean, not that I think little of them, but I just don't know what they think of me, I guess. Like, it feels like they don't really actually care, which, I mean, to be fair, I guess I'm just a random person on Discord to this person, but I guess that's a all too familiar theme with people you meet, a lot of people you meet on Discord or social or whatever. I mean, with most of these people, not all of them. Like I said, I have a really good friend that I met from Soch, of all places. But yeah, a lot of them, it ends up being like, this person doesn't actually give a shit about you, and you want to like try to be like closer with these people. Like some of them aren't like just total like droids or robots, and I don't mean robot in like the R9K way. I mean it in like the sort of dead inside husk JoJo way, where they're just sort of a, I don't know what else to say, but a husk. I mean, they're just sort of like, you know, just the rinds of a human with no innards. So, God, what the fuck is wrong with me? I do actually feel a little bit better, unironically. Just, it's kind of cathartic to do this, but yeah, they don't really got anything inside. They're just sort of nothing. And you don't really find any sort of connection as a result. But I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about people you actually connect with, and yet still, surprise, surprise, they don't give a shit. And then you increasingly find it harder to give a shit about them, and the cycle continues, and then they feel bad, and then you feel bad, and then everyone feels bad, and boo-hoo, circus is over. Clown. I don't know. Sorry. I'm a bit. I think I'm not really used to talking in general. So sorry if I'm a little loopy. Or maybe I'm always like this. Probably. I know I've had a couple of videos where I was like pretty manic when I recorded them. I'm not really manic today, although I do feel slightly better, just thanks to putting in some effort into my appearance, of all things. Also, so what's happened with the trading is I kind of decided to take my earnings trades in a different direction. So if you don't know, when you trade options, stocks in general, they report earnings every quarter, so every 3 months they report their earnings. Now that could be their earnings per share, so how much money each share is. I'm not probably explaining this right, but how much money each share is generating, that would be the EPS. So like if like they have earnings of 8 cents and they have, I don't know, 100,000 shares float, it'd be like, 100,000 times 8 cents. So 0.08 times, it'd be like, okay, that I don't know. I can't think of like a good number, but the point is it's like earnings, it's the amount that they made in money per share. A lot of companies do it negative because they don't actually make any money yet. But the point is that's one of the numbers that's looked at. There's also the revenue, so the total amount of money they make, just overall before expenses of any kind. And people look at sales for different companies, or they might look at, average users, what is it, average AMU or whatever, average monthly users or annual users. It's like if a streaming company, you might look at like views or. So there's all kinds of metrics, basically, that these little freaks are sort of digging into, and they're like, fuck, did Netflix get enough views on bird stations, and oh my god, they're losing the bird viewers. It's just not working out. That was integral. That was an integral part of the Netflix bird business model. NBBM, that NBBM is now working out, and we're gonna have to jump ship, and Netflix plummets 30% in a day. And you hear about it on the news, and you're like, birds, what? But these metrics matter. Exactly. So, because a lot of times stocks will do fantastic too, and they still sell off because they're very high, and a lot of times it's just a comparison of the EPS from the last quarter. So if like growth is slowing down or something like that, you might see something sell. And basically I was trying, historically I would do earnings, but I would do sort of these non-directional plays where it didn't really matter if it went up or down, as long as it didn't go up or down too much. Essentially, I was covered. And normally that worked. And I got a credit, basically. I got a premium based on the way I did it. Each time I'd collect these little premiums, and they added up. Because I would play both sides of certain types of trades. They could be called iron condors, depending on what you did. Or in my case, they're like a broken wing butterfly that's played sort of like an iron condor, and essentially what you get is you get a little credit, you get a little dash, as they say, for your trouble of putting your neck on the line. You put your whole neck on the line, you fork over all your cash, and you say, all right, here it is. As long as it doesn't go over this line or under this line, I'm good. I get the credit. I mean, it's not that simple, but just for the sake of this video, we're just gonna say it's that simple. Because it isn't that much more complicated than that, but yeah, there's a lot of other variables, obviously. I mean, nothing's that simple, or you'd have Joe Schmo on the street, trading broken wing butterflies on his Robinhood smartphone instead of just buying calls and losing all his money on theta decay. Whole other thing. What is this? Weed wrestling podcast. Okay, that doesn't sound sexual. That's good. Look, I say that because I'm rating stuff based on how sexual it is, because that's what my job wants me to do for some reason. I don't know. Look, I don't call the shots. I'm just the drone. I'm just their little cagey wagey. Little cagey wagey. Gotta do a little wage cage. Get into the little wage cage. Alright. As you can see, I really do try to play up the antics for these videos to make them entertaining for you, whoever watches these. I mean, it is my personality, but it is probably like a sort of exaggerated facet of myself. Because who wants to watch some like sad person be like, oh man, I really want to kill myself. Man, I hate my life. Well, that's true. It's not very interesting. I mean, it might be, especially for like final moments, best suicide threats compilation number 22 with like a really exaggerated face and like a bunch of stupid emojis, and I'm like, and there's like I like shot something on the screen right here. It's like a little guy hanging himself, and I'm like, best suicide compilation. Okay. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I was doing. I was doing quite well. Every now and then you'd have a mishap, but about 80 to 90% of the time it would go fine. It's slow growth, but eventually it grows faster because the more you have, the more it grows. But then I said, you know what? Well, I met this person who was like more into gambling type stuff, and she was pretty good at options with her sort of more gambly strategies, and it kind of rubbed off on me a bit, honestly. And I said, you know what? I'm going to up the ante. I'm going to try some more risky stuff. I know what I'm doing. I'm pretty educated on options. I've been doing this for like a year. I think I can handle it. And I kept slowly, I started doing more dangerous directional plays. Sometimes they'd work out. A lot of times they would. But as I made it more dangerous, sometimes they wouldn't work out. And I thought I had it figured out, basically. I thought I figured out which ones would be okay, which ones wouldn't be. And I had some really great plays, and then I messed up right after that. And it was like, oh, well, if I didn't do this or I didn't do that, it would have been fine. And basically I got down to, about 10K from 15. At one point I did temporarily get to 25K from doing really well, some really good trades. And either way, yeah, I was down to like 10K, and I don't know, I took some more risky, and I would do these earnings plays, right? So it's like the stock either so if these earnings things, the stock is either usually, especially unless they're really high volatility, which again is where the non-directional plays come in. You want to do them in a high volatility situation, but a lot of times most stocks aren't like super high like that. So when that happens, you get some kind of big movement. And a lot of stocks have averages. There's information out there that I use to help inform the trade. And it's like, okay, well, this stock has like an 8.2% average move, let's just say, and you're like, oh, okay, that's good. And you do these trades. Now, I didn't just buy calls or buy puts, because like I said, you have things like implied volatility crush after earnings, because they do have some, and then you would lose a lot of that money. And obviously there's theta decay if you're buying weeklies, and all these other things like that. So I did have strategies that hedged against those things to put me at a slightly higher advantage, but ultimately, that just got rid of some of the additional disadvantages you usually have. So if the stock moves in the wrong direction, it's do or die, right? If it goes in the wrong direction, you're still fucked. So yeah, sometimes they go in the right direction, sometimes they go in the wrong direction. So sometimes you get fucked. And while a lot of times I wouldn't get fucked too badly, and it wouldn't like go in the wrong direction that badly because I kind of had like reasons for getting in the ones I did and the direction I did get into. And as a result, a lot of times it was like, yeah, I got it figured out. When I'm right by a lot. When I'm wrong, I'm only wrong by a little. Is kind of the paradigm I thought I was comfortably able to set myself in. And yeah, but then I veered away from my strategy a bit, and this is where everything went completely wrong. Yeah, so then I got a little desperate basically and veered off my strategy a bit, lost a bunch of money, got down to 5K, started trying some other stuff. I had this whole plan actually. It would have been great, but I didn't do it. I'm going to try it next time. I'll get into that in a second. I'm sure you'll find it enthralling. My little insectocephali. I don't know why I said that. Um, so yeah, had this plan. This whole thing of the moon. It actually seems to work. If I had just picked that last week, if I had just done that last week, I would have been, I would have been making bank. I would have been doing great. But again, I don't listen to my plans. We love to veer off strategy. We like to make our own rules. We make our plans and then we disobey those plans because we're such rebels here in the JoJo Trading School. JoJo Trading School trading tip number 1. Make safe, assured plans that make sense and then break those plans and lose all your money. Great tips, guys. Yeah. So, anyway, when you veer off course, you break your rules, you lose your money. And I think this goes with many things in life. You have a certain, what's this, Come Curious podcast. I don't know. OnlyFans. I mean, that sounds kind of sexual. Let's put that at moderately sexual. Sounds moderately sexual. All right. Sorry, we're just reading. Okay, fucks given by, I don't know. I don't think that one's, I think that's like something else. Come Curious offers undo. I don't know. Yeah, sure, why not? Okay, so what was I saying? So, sorry about that. So basically, what happened is I veered off course. God, this is probably really annoying. I keep repeating myself, but anyway, yeah. I got down to about 5K. Tried some stuff out that I shouldn't have. Then I said, I'll just do this Iron Condor, the non-directional types of trades. I said I don't have much money left. This one looks pretty good. I didn't really put a lot of research into it like I normally would. I was kind of just, well, my horns are kind of crooked. Oh well. I was kind of, now you're gonna know watching the whole video, but I'm not gonna fix it. It's good enough. But yeah, I was kind of just like in a hurry, and I was like, oh, this is good money. And I was like, I had this idea where I was like, oh, I can just put it up to these limiters, these spots, and it's not going to break it. It'll be fine. And the stock I'd put it in did like 26% up. And like I said, if the Iron Condors, if it goes past a certain spot, up or down, you're fucked. It went way up. It went 26% up. And that stock was not, the volatility of that stock was not accounting for such a big move. It was not priced into the options at all. So no matter what, maybe I wouldn't have done this type of stock if I was like thinking about things a little bit more clearly. But I was kind of just in a rush to make money. I said, oh, it'll be easy money. This will be easy money, easy $1,000. No big deal. Yeah, went really bad. I mean, I'm technically still in the position until today, but it just kept going up all week. I gave up on it by Wednesday. Anyway, that did not go well, and just like that, I lost the last 5K I had. And I thought doing something what I thought was a relatively safe strategy, but no. I mean, I didn't think it was Palo Alto Networks. I didn't think Palo Alto Networks would go up that much. I mean, it didn't go up 26% in one day. I'm sorry. It went up like, I want to say like, why was it like, yeah, it was like close to 18% in the first day. And then, I mean, I probably could have gotten out the first day, and maybe if I got out like right away, I could have salvaged like $1,000, but it happened so fast. Usually it doesn't happen that fast. And I thought, oh, it'll come down a bit. Usually, because usually they don't do those massive like monster moves. So anyway, that set me back quite a bit. I've been trying to sort of predict the Qs or the SPY every day. That has been going good but today it didn't go so good. And I've realized when I do the trades where I'm trying to predict the direction of an index like that, I can't do them every day. You're just not going to be right on it every single day. The reason I had a high success rate with those types of trades is because I wasn't doing them every day. I was doing them at very specific spots where everything lined up perfectly. So anyway, if I continue those trades at those specific spots, that would probably be good. So I probably won't stop doing those ones when they line up perfectly. But that only happens once in a while. So anyway, my other strategy that I will probably do is, and this seems to work. You can look into it if you really want to, but basically you look for stuff that's really quite oversold, and you buy them on a full moon. Because on full moons things tend to go up, but there's obviously a lot of specific stipulations here, or not stipulations. There's a lot of specific what's the word, like, you know, there's deviances. Water. There's a lot of, you know, examples where it doesn't go that way. But with the moon phases, they tend to exhibit themselves more accurately in more extreme environments. And what I mean by that is when something has been selling off a lot and it looks like it's finally hitting some support, generally on a full moon, I mean, I know this sounds silly, but generally on a full moon it will go up, and the opposite is true. So when something has been going really high and it's like really overbought, it's in that kind of exaggerated environment, it's really overbought, generally in a new moon, it will go down. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to like go way down or way up, but you're going to get some movement in that direction usually in those, as I say, exaggerated environments. So that's a strategy, but you can only do that once every 2 weeks. So probably the other thing I'm going to go back to then is I'm going to do my broken wing butterflies, because I actually had a success rate of about 80 to 90%. In the past, I had turned like about $2,000 into like 18,000 over the course of a few months. So there was a lot of a good success rate there. And it's all about number of occurrences at the end of the day. And I did have a lot of positive occurrences consistently. And over time, it went quite well. It only started going bad when I started changing things. And again, deviating from the strategies that I had. You gotta follow the plan, as they say in the Q Boomer Squad. Follow the... Wait, was that what they say? I don't know. Gotta find a boomer. Fuck. Frenemies. That's fucking Ethan Klein. Can't believe this cock is still making like content. God. How the mighty have fallen. Well, I don't know why I say that. Ethan Klein has always been a shill. Cringe. Mixed race couple? Cringe. Sorry, I don't know why I said that. It's just like a good meme, you know? I don't really care if people are mixed race. It's just a meme, guys. It's just a meme. Alright. So, yeah. So now you know the story about how I became the Prince of Bel-Air. How I lost my money, more or less. I probably explained it in like the weird scatterbrained way I talk. I mean, it's hard when you're talking to a fucking camera and I'm not having like an actual one-on-one conversation with you. You try it. You try it. You try it without sounding like a scatterbrained schizo. I mean, I am a scatterbrained schizo. So, maybe I'm just making excuses since I am technically a scatterbrained schizo. Schizo. Anyway, we're down to like $1,000. We're not doing so good. It's getting pretty desperate. I almost took like a bunch of pills the other day to like induce psychosis. That sounded like it would be fun. Fuck if I know. I mean, maybe I will. Maybe that'll be fun. You know what I do for fun? You know what I do for fun? I induce psychosis, baby. I take a bunch of expired medication for nerve pain and induce psychosis. What do you do for fun? Oh, what, you smoke weed? Wow, what a loser. You fucking, you watch other people play video games. Me, I'm on the cutting edge, the bleeding edge, baby. I'm inducing psychosis with unlabeled nerve pills for veterans. You're not even able to touch the rim of my amazing presence. I don't know what I'm saying. Sorry. I'm just trying to be silly. We, we do a little trolling. No, I actually don't like that meme. I always thought that meme was cringy. I don't know. It just kind of reminds me of like the are the Donald like cringe lords like thinking like, oh, making fun of people who don't like Donald Trump. That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. Ah, you fucking liberal. I'm not even like a total lib or anything. I'm just saying like those kinds of people are really cringe. It's like, dude, you're like way behind. Like, what? Did you get lost in like 2016 and a half or something? Like, you know, like halfway through 2016 when like being like a Nazi or whatever was like not even funny. Ironically, it was like it like became mainstream and cringe. Like that temporary like bubble of time. Like they're part of that. They're not even part of like the cool, ironic Nazis or whatever that everybody was doing. They're like part of they're just like total cringe, you know. God, I'm sorry. I don't know why I'm taking on like some kind of accent. I am self-aware of it. It's just kind of how I talk. Sometimes I take on some kind of weird accent. I don't know why I do it. Sometimes I just kind of do. Um, please, please understand. I'm not trying to like mock somebody or anything like that. I have weird speaking patterns, and I take on weird accents sometimes. I think I'm losing it. It's a problem. I always hope people don't notice it because sometimes I'll be talking to somebody who's like, you know, English isn't their first language or whatever, and oh, I broke my bow tie. Yeah, so and they're speaking like, you know, a Russian accent, or they have like even worse, they have like, you know, like like a Mandarin accent or whatever, you know. They're like Chinese or, you know, anything like, sorry, it sounds but you know, they're like Korean or Chinese or something, and you hear their accent, and for some reason my brain starts to like subconsciously have that accent, and so I try really hard to suppress it, but then I'll start like slightly using their accent, and it's, I don't know if people have ever noticed or what, but or if it sort of goes away and becomes something completely different so they don't think anything of it. They're like, wow, they might just think like, wow, that girl talks a little strange. Oh well. But yeah, yeah, I do that. And I just don't want people to think I'm like trying to mimic them or mock their accent because it's not what it is. I just have an issue with that. I don't know. I don't know if it's some kind of autism or just like me being a weirdo or I don't know. But yeah, sometimes you mimic people's accents and stuff, and it's not good because you don't want to feel like you're like I don't know people are think you're like making fun of them or something. Because I mean I would feel bad if that happened to me, but yeah, I think I think people are understanding. Just disaffected podcast. So I'm reading these podcasts for work. I'm reading them based on how sexual they are, but yeah, they're like podcasts. I think that's what's going on right now for work. I don't bother to click on the stuff because I'm too busy doing this, and this is more important than my job because I'm a loser and yeah. So I've been trying to get like jobs though. Speaking of jobs, I've been trying to apply to jobs to get some more quick trading money. I gotta get my fix. Gotta get my fix. Gotta inject calls and puts. Gotta inject options contracts into my fucking bloodstream. Get it rolling. Get those options contracts rolling, Vlad. Get them into my system. Come on, Vlad. Vlad Tenev, the fucking CEO of Robinhood. That little fuck to start injecting me in the neck with the options contracts like fucking heroin that it is. Because clearly I am addicted, baby. I'm rolling. Okay. I am rolling those dice. We are at the casino for neats and losers alike. The neat casino. This is what it looks like. I hope you didn't see all that trash Oh no, you can't see it. Yeah, I haven't really been taking care of myself too well, so I haven't really been cleaning properly. Maybe I'll try to do it. Oh no, I just got hours after my like bi-weekly or bi-monthly work review. I finally they like cut my hours off. It seems like they've been doing it every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. Well, they just cut my hours off and I can't work. It's partially has to do with the fact that I've been like performing so poorly. So, yeah, that happens. I feel like my lips look like really thin today. I didn't notice. I think it's just from like dehydration. It's part of why I've been like trying to drink a lot during this video. I do get like really dehydrated a lot because oh my god, who is this messaging me? This fucking loser. This guy, he's been messaging me. I don't mean to talk shit on people, but like I just don't want to talk to this person, okay? I'm sorry, I don't. But he's been messaging me every day. I think it's every day for the past like 2, 3. I don't know. I don't have a good track of time, but it's like the past 2 or 3 weeks, and it's like, I'm sorry. Can you take a hint? Can you not like understand that I just don't want to talk to you? I mean, I know it's shitty of me, but like, I guess I just assume most people would give up and move on. I don't know. I don't understand. Doesn't that like feel bad for him? Doesn't he like feel bad and like be like, I'm just gonna stop messaging her because fuck her. I mean, I would hope so. That's kind of what I was just hoping would happen. I thought he'd just get angry or annoyed and just move on. But no, he's very patient. He's learned the art. He's like, well, I talked to her once. If I just keep messaging her, eventually, she's depressed. She's sad. Eventually, she'll just, be bored or whatever and talk to me. Fuck. I don't know the logic that goes behind this guy. I mean, I'm not trying to make fun of him. He's very nice. He's just very boring. And I'm sorry. It was very dry talking to this person. It was really I know I'm insane. I shouldn't be talking, but at least I think I'm kind of interesting to talk to about all my wacky little misadventures, despite not leaving the house ever. Hmm. It was like he would just like ask questions about like what I'm doing, and it's like, and then what, and then what, and it's like I don't know. You want somebody to give them some kind of commentary, or talk about their life, stuff that they're doing, or offer some kind of insight about what you're doing, even, or some kind of reaction. I don't know. It was just like there was nothing there. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe he's a chatbot. I don't know. I have a weird feeling that a lot of people are just chatbots. It's unfortunate because I don't want them to be chatbots. I want them to be real people. It sucks if like 80% of the people you talk to online are just chatbots. I mean, man, that's just depressing, right? Nobody wants that. Maybe it's true. I think a lot of us feel that way. I think it's just me not being a schizo for once. I think it's just kind of how disconnected and, you know, disparate everything kind of seems in this day and age. It's like nothing really, how like just hyper real everything is. Nothing really has any real meaning or isn't based on anything in reality. So you can't like extrapolate it into anything real, basically. It all might as well be fake, and you start to lose touch with your sense of reality. And people might as well be fake, time might as well be fake, you maybe might as well be fake. Well, I mean, it goes back to sort of a solipsistic point of view, right? Where you're like, the only thing I know is real is my thoughts. And even then, you could probably start to question those too. But you don't want to start questioning your thoughts too much because then you start to get into the psychosis realm. And ooh, we don't want to be in psychosis realm. That's when we start to hear voices and things, and imagine entities. Trust me, you don't want to be talking to the entities. And I do say this half seriously. I do actually have a sort of I do have sort of entities in my mind. Um, you might be like, wow, this girl's fucking nuts, but I'm just being real with you, okay? I'm not trying to sound, cool because I have like hear voices or they have like personalities or anything like that. What? No. Okay. Sleeping with cannibals. Oh, sign me up. That's me. I'm a cannibal. Not really. The only brains I like to eat are shrimp brains. What do you think I was gonna say? What? No, I'm serious. Shrimp brains. Have you ever had that shit? Really good. Fried shrimp heads. So you go to a sushi restaurant and you order amaebi or sweet shrimp, and they always come with the head. They always come with the head fried, and you can eat the little brain is still in the little shrimp boy's head, and you can taste all the sort of gooey iron. And that's when you know you got the brain, or I think. Yeah, I don't know. I lived like all cut up and stuff. I remember one day when I lost a bunch of money, I started like smashing my fist into my head, and like I was like gouging at my legs and cutting them off, and I was like biting on my lips. So I think they might still be injured from when I like started biting a bunch on them. um, I don't know. It's not going good here. I've been researching a lot about suicide methods and things like that. Um, I mean, I don't know. I have all these mixed feelings. I'm just trying to make light of it, guys, or whoever's watching. Uh, but it's not good. It's not going good. We are not doing good here. I've been sleeping a lot. Probably one of the more recent things I've discovered is I've been sort of researching things about the moon, like I said about the trading, but also I learned a little bit about the moon in regards to just like the like human psychology, and more specifically like mental illnesses like bipolar and bipolar 1 and bipolar 2, and how there are at least what seems like legitimate studies about how, like, full moons and new moons can sort of cause the phase shifts of people's bipolar phases, and they can kind of measure this with like sleep cycles and stuff, and like when the new moon hits, the sleep cycle, like the sleep to wake time rapidly shifts basically, and they start sleeping a lot less, which is sort of associated more with mania and hypomania. And then when the full moon hits, it's like a rapid shift into sleeping a lot, which is more associated with like a deeper depression, right? And you kind of get these sort of sleep shifts that seem to work on the lunar cycle. And so some of the theories around it say that, like, because the lunar cycle is like 24.8 hours, while the solar cycle is 24 hours, that people sort of become sort of disconnected from the normal, the normal sort of schedule that they're supposed to be on, and as a result, they sort of get on these weird sleeping schedules, and the disruptions in sleep are partially what's the cause for the disruptions in mood. And I don't know. That's just sort of, I think, part of the theory that goes behind the theory that goes behind it. So, yeah, sorry. What is this? Male X male reader camp? I don't know what the fuck. I don't know what the fuck these freaks are searching on Google. Yeah. So I guess I've been more mindful of that. I'm trying to be more mindful of, like, if I feel like I just suddenly, I don't mean I haven't been diagnosed as bipolar, but I often feel like I am, and I've kind of felt that way since I was like a teenager, or since I was pretty young, like, I don't know, 14, 13. And I mean, I very well might be. I do have a lot of symptoms of like what could be described as hypomania, and also the accompanying longer phases of depression as well. So it's very possible. I mean, I don't know. I'm not trying to self-diagnose, but I do. I mean, I do need to probably see more, mental health professionals, because I clearly got a lot wrong with me. It's hard. I did call a lot of therapists. I did, to be fair, but I forgot to get back to them. I did try one of them, and they were like, we need your credit card. You need to like sign this form so we can like charge your card if we need to. And I was like, what? No, I have Medicaid, bitch. I'm not signing your forms. I'm not signing away my life to the devil. Kill yourself. No, I didn't say that. I just kind of closed the tab. It's a shame, because that was the therapist I wanted to see. It was like this chill gay guy, and he seemed like he'd be like a really good therapist. And I mean, I don't normally think like a male therapist would be good, just because like I have a lot of like rape and sexual assault type, trauma. So I don't know. It feels kind of uncomfy usually talking about that stuff with like a male therapist. I would, for me, or like a man in general, especially like I've been like gaslit by like men to be like, nothing happened, or it's some big deal sort of thing. So, because like they always like I don't know, want to take the side of like, even though they don't know this person, like a lot of times guys will seem like they want to take the side of like a rapist because they're like, I don't know. It's a weird thing, and you feel kind of uncomfy talking about it. You're like, oh, they immediately want to like doubt me. Anyway, I don't want to get into like stuff like that probably, but yeah, that's kind of what causes hesitancy of seeing like a male therapist. You just feel like you're gonna get like gaslit, or you just don't feel safe talking about those kinds of subjects, and you need to feel safe, right? If you want to try to heal from that trauma, try. Um, I did have an FTM therapist once, and he was really chill, but also I kind of felt like he didn't care, but he was chill. But then I don't know, I had like these weird mixed feelings about him. He was like my height. I'm like 5'3". I think he was like an inch or two taller, maybe. I mean, he was kind of a Chad FTM, but I don't know. He was still tiny. I mean, he was taller than me, so not saying much. Again, I'm 5'3", so being taller than me for a guy is not that impressive. But you know, you gotta pick your fights or whatever. However it goes, however the saying goes. Yeah, baby. So, sorry, I don't know. I'm laughing. I think I'm just trying to like hype myself up for these videos, and I'm laughing at like how fucking like cheerful and energetic I must seem, but really I'm like dead inside. But I'm trying my hardest to like be Genki desu yo for these videos, for you, the viewer at home watching these, for your viewing entertainment. So you better appreciate that. The lengths I slaved through for your entertainment. No, I'm just kidding. Um, oh, you hear that bubbling? It means we're running out of water. Oh yeah, I did get my tooth fixed since the last video. I think that was the day I had it altered, and I had the temporary veneer on, and it looked like, I don't know, I was like punched in the mouth or something by like some abusive Nazi boyfriend or something. Sorry, I don't know why I specifically go to like some weird example like that. But yeah, it was like all blue and swollen and stuff. Well, now it's like the right color, and it's not swollen, and it looks good. It's like better than before. My teeth are all clean. Woo. Yeah. So basically, yeah. So the main things are I lost my money. I'm trying to figure something out. I'm trying to get these shitty jobs online just long enough so I can get some trading money. I mean, I do have still my job, but my job pays like trash. It pays like $14 an hour, and I don't know. I want quick money. What can I say? I want some quick money to do more trading. Because I think I could make it back pretty fast with if I stick to certain strategies, and I'm very careful. But yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I tried to go to like this like webinar thing. It was like some Zoom meeting for a job yesterday, and it was like this guy going on about like his life story, and like it was some like life insurance company, and they like talked about the company, and it was like a total waste of time, and like took forever until we finally started talking about like how much you get paid, and then I finally closed out because they're like, oh, you're gonna need to pay like 30, no, it was like $70. It's a deal though. It's normally like 280. I'm getting you a special deal just for you. And it's like, wow. So you can take some, bullshit test you have to go down there to take, and I don't know, you had to pay like another like 200, or I don't actually know how much it was. It was like for like fingerprinting, because I don't know why they need that. So it was like, oh, all these fees and all this work just to even get the job. Then if you don't get the job, then what? Then what? You like spend all this money on this stuff, and it's like, seems like way too much effort for some shitty like insurance sales job. I was just gonna bullshit and get the base pay and like not work basically until they fire me. Well, that's my plan for a job anyway, because I'm a lazy, disgusting leech. No, I'm just too depressed to work, and I'm just trying to get money. I mean, you could think I'm a lazy leech, and I wouldn't be offended because it's technically probably kind of true, but I am just too depressed to want to work right now. But I do need the money, so the dilemma: choices, decisions, decisions, decisions. And I don't really want to do sex work because I used to do that, and it's not really a good time. Sounds kind of shitty. And I don't know. I don't feel like it's that much money. I feel like you have to like work at it if you want to make money in sex work. I feel like you have to like put a lot of effort in and work at it over time. And I just wanted like some quick money. So scamming an employer. It's not really scamming, but getting a wage and then like not really doing anything and then like getting fired seems like the best means to that to me. It seems like it. I don't know. I've never actually done that before, but I wouldn't really be opposed. I mean, who cares? These employers are ripping you off anyway, so fuck it. Might as well take as much that you can. It's everyone for themselves, am I right? I suggest you do that too, because why not? No one's gonna stop you. It's not illegal. They're paying you that wage, right? So get that bag. Get that bag, baby. Don't hold it. Don't be a bag holder. Um, so yeah, that's kind of the plan right now. If I don't fucking like kill myself soon, because I've been kind of seriously considering that, reading a lot about sodium nitrite, sorry, and other methods like Nembutal, but I don't know, they don't seem that feasible. I have a bunch of pregabalin. I don't know, it seems like I need about double the amount. I don't think dying from other things like, jumping off a cliff. There's no fucking cliffs in Michigan anyway. I don't want to hang myself. I don't know, carbon monoxide poisoning doesn't really sound very feasible in this living situation. I don't know, I was thinking about like, God, it'd be really depressing to die in this house. Maybe I should like fly out somewhere nice, like the mountains and like the Pacific Northwest or something, to get away from here when I die. I don't know. I don't know if I am gonna die. I don't know. There's a lot of detachment going on here though. Maybe I should try to talk to a therapist first. I don't want to tell them too much. Last time they tried to get me institutionalized, that wasn't a good time. I mean, I know I have a lot of issues beyond just being suicidal, actively or chronically suicidal, but Jesus Christ, that's not gonna help. So anyway, I'm gonna try not to go over an hour here. I know we're getting close to the hour mark, and people are kind of intimidated by such long videos. I mean, I don't see why. They could just like flip through it, and maybe that's what they do. I don't know, but that's what I would do. You just flip to random points in the video, see what they're talking about, and you're like, oh, this is boring. Flip to another part. You know what I mean? But whatever. I don't really have a lot of people who watch this shit, so I don't really care. I mean, it's always cool if somebody does, but I understand. These videos are long. Who am I? Exactly. Well, yeah, I mean, I guess everything I talked about is kind of going on in the sort of spectral realm of this house. I don't really leave the house anymore. I've been getting groceries like once every 3 weeks. I haven't really been doing a lot of interaction with the real world. I keep missing plans for family. My sleep schedule's just been such a mess. I don't even know anymore. I'm just kind of falling apart more than I already thought I could. So, yeah, it's not going great. But I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to survive. I'm trying to not die. Kill myself as much as I can. So, yeah, it's tough out there. And we're just trying to live. But, yeah. But, yeah, I probably should do more interaction with the real world. It is really hot outside, so I don't really see a reason to like even go on a walk, I guess. I'll probably try to go on some walks maybe as September comes around the corner. I mean, with the way time's been moving for me, it'll probably feel like just a week in a month, right? So maybe in September, maybe I'll try to like get out of the house more and like do things. I mean, especially if there's other trading strategy instead of doing the stuff I was doing, it'll probably be a little less stressful. So maybe I'll be a little less involved in that. I'm still doing animating, still been doing drawing, maybe not as frequently as I want to, but I've still been doing it, still been keeping up with that. Um, so that's not gone. I'm still doing that. That's still a big part of me, and I want to get better, and I am improving. Yeah. So, yeah, things are not moving forward in a way I'd like, and I do feel kind of like very, very trapped here. I want to get out of here, but I don't really have a good means to. So I feel kind of just desperate and fucked. That's the truth of it. And it kind of drives me to wanting to kill myself because I hate feeling like I'm trapped here that much. But I also really feel so terrible and fucked all the time, and I hate jobs that working just doesn't really seem like a feasible way out of this unless it's like a means to an end to do trading. Sorry if that sounds stupid or arrogant or unrealistic. That's just kind of how I am, and that's what I've always been like. And I'm trying my hardest to realize that worldview into reality as best as I can. So, yeah. We'll see how this psycho makes it by in the next video in probably a month to 6 weeks. Maybe I'll try to make weekly videos. That probably won't work out. There's probably not enough interesting things to talk about every week, but I could try and make them shorter, right? Well, anyway, this is your schizo psycho friend, sort of e-friend or whatever, reporting off for now, and I hope you have a good September. I hope you have a good fall, a good autumnal equinox. I'll see you around. The new moon is coming.